Om Namah Shivaya, Asanest Fire, here on the Way of Dharma 108. Now this video is about the sadhana of Devi Baglamukhi Ma. So before we continue, if you are new and you are a returning viewer but haven't subscribed, please make sure that you do subscribe. The Way of Dharma is a channel where we talk about spiritual topics and we give courses on such. So the Way of Dharma focuses on three aspects of spirituality: the Western esoteric system, or the Western practice of magic and spirituality; the Africans, or the African way, the African traditional spirituality, as well as the Oriental practices of spirituality and esotericism. So this is the channel where we discuss spiritual topics in a nutshell. This video today we are going to talk about Devi Baglamukhi Ma. Devi Baglamukhi Ma is a Devi, one of the 10 aspects of the divine feminine. She's the 8th. She's responsible for Stambhana. What is Stambhana? Stambhana is stopping any karma, any action, whether self-imposed or inflicted by external people or external spirits. You get my point. So Devi Baglamukhi is responsible for Stambhana. It is said that China once wanted to attack India, and on the day of the attack, suddenly China decided to turn back and stop their advances against the Indian army. It was said that there was a ritual that was being performed, a sadhana of Devi Baglamukhi Ma, that was performed to stop war between China and India. And on the very last day, on the day they had planned to attack India, is when actually everything went back and stopped. So I will talk about my experience with Devi Baglamukhi Ma. The very first spiritual attack that I was aware of, because I believe that throughout our lives, especially as Africans, we are attacked spiritually throughout our lives and we don't know about it. So the very first one I was aware of in 2021. Yes, the very first one I was aware of. Baglamukhi was there to save me. I did two jobs or 2 rounds of one mantra, and then it was all done. The attack was in its first stages, so I was able to detect it fast and stop it fast. So Devi Baglamukhi Ma, how does she work? She paralyzes your enemy. In the case of counter magic and counter witchcraft, there's a back and forth. There's a constant back and forth, and this force is constantly looking to do what? To find the one who is more vulnerable. So if you send back an attack and then it bounces off, it comes back to you. If you are vulnerable, it's gonna hit you. If you are not vulnerable, it's gonna keep on bouncing back and forth until it gets the weak person, or until it gets neutralized by 2 opposing forces, basically. Because if you send out your force and it's equal in strength to that person's strength, it's gonna just neutralize it out. So Devi Baglamukhi Ma is not someone you will encounter that back and forth with. Devi Baglamukhi Ma puts confusion into your enemy, stops your enemy at this instant from attacking you. And this I've experienced. So if you don't know how to fight back spiritually, if you don't know what you are doing spiritually, and you don't want to engage yourself into spiritual warfares and spiritual competitions, summon Devi Baglamukhi Ma with the sadhana. You'll be able to stop out the enemy's attempts at witchcrafting you. I've also used this sadhana to stop out. There's a thing that I usually speak about in my videos. It's almost a zombie-like spirit, similar to what I think the Mexicans would call a duende. Yes, those Spanish speaking people, similar to what they call a duende. So it's a short creature that can imitate the sound of a cat. Basically, it's a short creature that is created by taking spirits of dead children, and sometimes in rare cases actually stealing those kids at a very young age to use them spiritually. So it's that spirit of that thing. So they've sent me that last year. I was able to stop that attack with such sadhana of Devi Baglamukhi. And also there's another attack that was on my girlfriend when she was pregnant last year. They wanted to lock her from giving birth. I called Devi Baglamukhi. As we speak to this day, the person whom I call Devi Baglamukhi for can't even speak. So those people, when they hear me doing sadhana, they start burning their sage and protecting themselves, because they don't know what's going to happen next. And I don't mention people's name when I'm doing these sadhanas. I just say whoever is doing this must stop. So it's only when I see such results that I know, oh, okay, so you've been doing something to me. Anyway, Devi Baglamukhi is used for stopping of anything. You want to bind an enemy, you bind them with Devi Ma. But you must make sure that you are in the right position to do so. Because if you're using this and you are the perpetrator, you'll tell us, you'll come on our comments and you'll tell us your experience about it. Instead of you hitting the other person with the Stambhana is gonna Stambhana you, and you'll tell us in the comment section what's going on. Devi Baglamukhi confuses your mind, has an ability to paralyze your speech, to stop you from talking, because when empowering these magical herbs and magical spells, the most important thing is our mouth, our voice. When we activate such tools, we use our mouth. We affirm that power using our mouth. So Devi Baglamukhi destroys that power of speech, so you are not able to do such, and now you are useless. You can't empower anything. So your enemies can't act against you. They are bound. It's something of a higher nature. It's very, very advanced. Devi Baglamukhi is very, very advanced in doing that thing. And you confuse your enemies. In the very same year of 2021, people liked to manipulate me a lot, especially where I was working at the time. So they used to think they were manipulating me, but I was calling Devi Baglamukhi on them, confusing them. They lost cash flow to me. They lost so many battles to me, and I was able to come out on top and manipulate them because of Devi Ma. So they tried to make me suffer at the workplace. You know what they do, the people at the workplace, when you arrive and you are a new person, you are a rookie. They come, they take you through some form of initiation. They give you their jobs to do for them. Like they bully you. So they thought they were doing that to me, but I was calling Devi Baglamukhi. They started losing their money, and I would happen to be the one to find their money, you know, some things like that. So all of a sudden they place their money carelessly. They are confused. They don't even know whether they lost their money or what happened. Basically, that's what Devi Baglamukhi does. Makes you heavy, makes you defeat them. So the sadhana basically is what is the benefits you will get. In advanced stages of the sadhana, you actually become aparajita. Aparajita means invincible, or one who cannot be attacked or defeated. Yes, undefeated, undisputed. Aparajita. Aparajita Stotram. You see, yes, so this is what you can expect from this sadhana. The sadhana of Devi Baglamukhi Ma is slightly higher in price as compared to the sadhana of Shri Mahaganapati. But you should go through the Shri Mahaganapati sadhana first before you can come to the Devi Baglamukhi sadhana. You can start also with Devi Baglamukhi sadhana, but if you are brave enough, nothing's gonna happen, of course. But if you are brave enough, you can start with Devi Baglamukhi Ma. But I always suggest you take it step by step, starting with the first and foremost initiation of Shri Mahaganapati and then moving on to higher sadhanas. So basically, I will be showing you the things that I showed you in the first Shri Mahaganapati sadhana, how to empower the yantra of Devi Ma, to place Devi Ma in the yantra, how to do the Samputikaran, meaning you attune yourself to the energy of the mantra so that it comes smoothly into you, and then it becomes like a part you've implanted into your system, and then it doesn't cause any disturbances when it attunes to your energy. Basically, I show you that. I show you the offerings that you need to give to Devi Ma, the number of recitations that you need to recite daily to get to your goal. The time span, you can either choose 10 days, you can either choose 14 days, 13 days, you can choose 30 days, you can choose 45 days, you can choose 3 months. Whatever that you choose, it will lead you up to that goal. Yes. So make sure that you do email me at asanas.fya@gmail.com for more information about the course and for the prices of the course. Please do email me at asanas.fya@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed now, please make sure that you do. And I got a comment. It was from one of the viewers. It was about the Bhairavi Devi mantra that I posted. Unfortunately, the mantra is a wrong mantra. I got the mantra from Balkat Mon's books. So as you know, with Balkat Mon's books, there's always typing errors and typos. So we need to rectify that. The mantra is wrong. That is correct. That is correct. But thank you for the other compliments of saying that. I'm sorry. Thank you for the other compliments of saying that my voice is beautiful and lovely, and that you love the way I chant. Anyway, with that being said, we've come to the conclusion of this video. Thank you for tuning in. Please make sure that you do subscribe, like, and share this with whoever you think it might benefit. I also got an email from one of you viewers. This is a very, very, very beautiful question. Can you gift a sadhana to someone you love? Definitely. You can gift them, because in the videos it's a tutorial on how to do the sadhana. So if that person can follow the tutorials, they can do the sadhana for themselves and initiate themselves into the mantra, basically. So that's the sadhana, basically. You can do that for someone. Om Namah Shivaya, Asanas Fire, Pranam everyone, Namaskaram, Jai Devi Baglamukhi Ma.